I'm Daniel. I play vocals in Eye of Solitude.
I'm Steffan. I play guitar in Eye of Solitude.
We've basically met with Nico from Kaotoxin Records about 4.5 years ago when I was playing with a different band. It was called the Reissuing. It was a group of death metal bands, and we were on a tour together. And, I brought a few CDs, demo CDs from Eye of Solitude, and I've handed one to Nico, and I said, well, take a look at it, listen to it. If you like it, let me know. Maybe we can work out something. And a couple of days later, I got a message from Nico saying, well, I really like it, so let's work together. And basically, that's how the whole story started. And by the way, for the people watching, Mr. Nico is right there.
Oh yeah,
having dinner.
Yeah, having dinner, yeah.
Well, the latest EP, we would call it, it's
EP. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit drunk.
It's called Dear Insanity, and it's a very special piece of work. We've tried to do a couple of things, out of the box. We tried to think a little bit out of the box, and what can I say? It's just a little bit different than what the Eye of Solitude fans would expect.
Okay.
However, it's pretty intense. It's pretty deep, introspective, and I think the listeners would be in for quite a blast, if I might say so.
I think it's very personal. Something that if you listen to it, you can relate to it quite a lot. It's quite cathartic. It's quite emotional, and actually, it's quite intelligent, if I might say so.
It is going to be a full length. However, what we're going to do first would be a split with a Dutch doom metal band called Faal.
Yeah. Okay.
From Tilburg. We're going to have a split. It's going to be most definitely a vinyl with one song each. It's going to be a 12-inch vinyl released by Kaotoxin Records, of course. Faal are very good friends. We actually had a tour with them last June, along with Marsh Van Epper and Facade from Dordrecht.
Yeah.
So this is what's going to happen next. It's going to be the split with Faal, and then we are going to re-release our first album called The Ghost.
Okay.
It's going to be a reissue, actually,
Yeah.
more than a re-release. You see, the first album was recorded in 2010, and it was produced in very limited edition of 50 copies. That sold out extremely fast.
Okay.
So right now, in a new formula, having Steph as a new guitarist, we're going to try and reissue the album,
Okay.
re-record it, reinterpret it, try to bring some more elements, try to bring some new ideas, and obviously a new sound to the first album. And only after that, probably in 2016, we're going to release a new full length.
It would take another year?
It would take another year because the recording of The Ghost would probably take quite a lot of time, and obviously you can't release two full lengths in 1 year.
Okay.
So that's also a logical kind of explanation for the new album. But the new album will contain what I would call a crossover between our previous Count to Three album and Dear Insanity, the brand new EP, and it's going to be a bit more elaborated.
Yeah.
It's definitely people like Steph right here that would bring a lot of input to the songs as a lead guitarist. And obviously, as a lead guitarist, he would bring quite a bit of personal elements to the new album.
Okay.
No, at least I hope to.
You definitely will. Definitely will.
It's going to be an interesting writing process for me, since having joined the band only a couple months ago. But, I'm really excited to be working on something new and a part of Eye of Solitude. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. You just mentioned that the new album will be released in 2016. But what about 2015? What are your plans?
Well, for 2015 we've got, as I said, the split with Val.
Okay.
And the reissuing of The Ghost, our first album. And that's going to be a real treat for the Eye of Solitude fans out there. We've actually been receiving quite a bit of mail regarding The Ghost.
Okay.
And people are really interested in getting the hard copies of that.
The reissue of The Ghost was more because people were wanting it, rather than us feeling that we wanted to. It was by demand that you thought, well, actually.
Yeah.
It was pretty much a demand, because I have to be fairly honest with you guys. The Ghost was recorded as a one-man band, and that was myself.
Okay.
The history of Eye of Solitude starts with one man recording one album and releasing it independently. And people had enough faith in the music, in the concept, in the ideology, and let's say the structuring of the songs, which brought a bit of influence from bands like Saturnus, for example.
Okay, yeah. Great band.
Very good band. We're
Very,
actually
yeah.
going to tour with them in March.
Okay.
And
you also do Holland?
we're doing Holland, we're doing Rotterdam, and we're doing Dordrecht.
Okay.
And yeah, that's something that I personally had in mind when I first started, Eye of Solitude. But with the passing of the years, we got people over. It turned into a regular live band. It turned into something that really wanted to go somewhere. And with this concept, we started thinking about, okay, let's re-record the album, let's redo the cover, let's bring in new elements, let's bring in something totally new and blasting that would literally just punch people right in the face. And with these kind of elements, and with people like Steph and the other guys in Eye of Solitude, I think this is going to be quite a hit.
Okay.
You want to answer that?
Yeah. Exactly.
You want to answer that?
Sure. Well, originally it was Mark and Chris, known as Steph and Ralf, now Serious, who joined Eye of Solitude earlier in the last couple of years. And then, after the departure of the recent lead guitarist, Daniel asked if I wanted to be a part. And
I hoped it would be a positive answer.
Of course I said yes, I wanted to be a part of Eye of Solitude. I love the music, I love playing in it. And Insidious, we had to, say goodbye to our previous drummer, unfortunately. And Dan here is an excellent musician, excellent drummer. We could only, You can only ask that you be part of our team, not purely because of coincidence, but we also work together musically. We have like-minded influences and like-minded. Okay, cool.
So we have to
I actually have to add, I couldn't wait for the invite. Serious. I've been away from the drums for almost 6 years. Almost 6 years, yeah. And when I first got the invite, I was feeling a bit reluctant, but I went for it. I worked very hard, and yeah, here we are. So it's basically the same band with a different drummer.
Yeah.
With a different drummer.
Okay.
And I have to be extremely honest with you. It was actually from a Dutch webzine. At first, I'm not really sure. I think he was more Flemish than Dutch.
Okay. It's Belgium.
Lords of Metal.
Lord of Metal. Yeah, it's Dutch. Yeah.
Dutch. That said, well, it's. I'm sorry to say this. We're not trying to get on a high horse here or a pedestal, but they said basically it's the same band, but they do two extremely opposite kind of genres, and they managed to do this very well. And I was extremely happy to read about that, because Sirius and Eye of Solitude are two different entities. Who we are in Eye of Solitude, it's not the same people we are in Sirius, and vice versa. So yeah, it kind of works out on a different level, you know. But the musicianship is so strong. We kind of bonded together. I mean, can we say shit?
Yeah, sure. Shit, fuck, whatever. We don't. In Holland, you can say everything.
Yeah, we couldn't give a shit less about the people saying, oh, the two bands with the same people. Well, fuck you guys, but we play two different styles of music.
Yeah.
It's extremely different.
Yeah.
And extremely enjoyable.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
To be able to get into the atmosphere of what we play in Eye of Solitude, you know, be able to step on stage and get into that zone, and also same with Sidious, it's a completely different feel for us playing it as well as listening to it, you know.
Okay.
And we have different personalities for the two bands.
Sure.
We never feel that, you know, the alter egos like Krud, Isfet, Balrath and Indomitus are the same people in Eye of Solitude that have, you know, their real names: Daniel, Chris, Mark, Adriano and Steffan. There's two different entities, and the enjoyment is probably like more than 100% in each band. It's ridiculously good.
Nice, yeah.
And we enjoy that very, very much.
Okay.
We would like to say hello to all our fans, and especially our Dutch fans. We would like to invite you all to the Rotterdam and Dordrecht gigs next March with Saturnus and our Belgian friends from March van Eber. We would like to thank everyone for their support, their endless support, and we would like to express our deepest gratitude to our followers. Without you guys, we really can't function, and it's you guys that keep us alive and make us want to do more music. So, horns up to everybody.
And I'd just like to say a special thank you to the guys in Eye of Solitude for taking me on.
There you go.
Horns up, man.
Thank you guys. Thank you very much.